morning, everyone. Welcome to another Disney Morning Show, talking about what's going on in the world of Disney news. Kind of a regular one today. No big breaking news that we got to cover and dominate the whole show. So we can talk about all the little things going on in the world of Disney, which we will do over the next time it takes. My name is Doobie. I am the co-founder here at Laughing Place. Over there is Kyle Burbank, our managing editor. Over there is our managing editor, Kyle Burbank.
Hi. Oh, sorry, I was doing my Mike Celestino impression.
Oh my! I so yesterday on Parks Talk, Mike couldn't join us, but then he got there just before we ended. So we can talk to him, and then something was wrong, and he had like a 2-hour delay between us saying something and him hearing it, and it was comedy gold. So thanks, Mike, for getting there. Sorry it didn't work out. All right, hi, Mickey's my spirit animal. Thanks for joining us again. Love to have you here. Hello, Stephen. Okay, I'm on bated breath to see what's coming next. Hey, Gio, how's it going? All right, we're going to start today. Where we start every day, and that is with Kyle making predictions. And predictions, not really the right word for that, but Kyle realizing what the stock price is. So Kyle, as I work on sharing my screen, what is the stock price today? Yesterday, you were within 1 penny of getting it right. So let's give you a challenge today. Let's say within 10 cents.
91.
Oh, 39. Close. 31 cents. 31 cents.
Down a lot.
But you are wrong. It is down 1.43% today. It's not because people aren't going to the park to see Dreamer's Point. That is clearly the case. But it is down a little bit today. Okay. And finally, let's get to some weather, and then we'll get to the rest of the news.
Yon, hello and welcome to a 3-show Tuesday edition of the Disney Weather Update. I have a picture pinned to my wall, an image of you and of me, and we're laughing. We're loving it all. But look at our life now, all tattered and torn. We fuss and we fight and delight in the tears that we cry until dawn. Oh, whoa, hold me now, whoa, warm my heart, stay with me, let loving start. Let's get to the weather. Anaheim will be warm today, reaching a high of 81 with sunny skies. Could that put it in the running for a Doobie pick of the day? Let's find out. Walt Disney World will top out at 73 today and will dip below 60 tonight. Castaway Cay is in the mid-80s right now and, thus, just snatched the DPOTD crown. It was a good effort though, Anaheim. Disneyland Paris is overcast and in the mid-40s this evening. Although rain is possible, the chance is relatively low. Tokyo is experiencing showers overnight, but those should clear in the morning, leaving a high of 58 and sunshine. That sounds like a KPOTD. Shanghai will be mostly cloudy tomorrow and will make it up to 63 during the day. Lastly, Hong Kong could see a few showers to start the day, but will just be cloudy after that. Their high for the day will be 71 and the temperature will only move a couple of degrees off of that in the evening. That's all for another LP weather update. But, of course, it's 3-show Tuesday, so be sure to subscribe and ring the bell so you enjoy all the fun throughout the day. Bye for now.
First of all, love that song. Hope You Now is great. Second, we've got some actual breaking news. Kyle, can you find the thingy while I get it prepped?
Yeah, I will get the thingy while you get it prepped. I'm big all of a sudden. So Disney... Oh, we'll just watch this.
In Pixar's Soul.
Yes!
Turning Red.
All about that hustle, am I right?
And Luca.
Come on, faster!
Arrive in theaters for the first time ever.
OMG!
You fell in love with them.
Woo!
Life is full of possibilities. Now experience them on the biggest screen possible.
It'll be amazing. Maybe I like this new me.
In theaters starting January 12th, February 9th, and March 22nd.
Literally goosebumps. You ready?
Let's.
So I literally have goosebumps, actually. I really do. First of all, somebody check on Tony. Let's make sure he survived this announcement. That he did not have a heart attack. I'm a little bit worried.
That's something you should type into. Oh no, he's. Oh, we have breaking news, Doobie.
Okay.
In random, Tony says, "Very nice. I heard Turning Red would be, but the other two are delightful surprise."
All right, Tony, I expect
That-
a little bit more
That's
excitement out of you.
Tony with the humble brag. I already knew about some of this.
And throw that in there. No, I am so happy for Tony. I'm happy for the world. 3 Pixar movies that were released direct to Disney Plus are now coming to theaters early. Like, what was that? January, February, March, I think were dates for them. That is so exciting. I am so happy for fans of these movies, for fans of theatrical experiences like me. Yeah, that's awesome. That is awesome. Great news.
I
No way
feel
around
like
it.
they're setting up. Luca's got the best of the release dates there with the kind of spring break.
It's also the best of the movies. So
Well, there you go.
Actually, I haven't seen Turning Red. I can't say, but Luca turned out to be my favorite Pixar movie ever. I think I can say that. Really good. Wow. Okay. Love when we start with breaking news. By the way, thank you Disney for putting that breaking news on Twitter with the scheduled post. Thank you so much, making everyone's life easier. All right, let's get to our planned news. That is so exciting. I want to get Tony. Are you working? I want to get your excitement in here for that. All right, let's see. That is not the tweet I wanted to share. I am very mad at myself now for getting the wrong tweet. I wanted to show. I'm going to get it. It's worth it.
Okay. We talked about before the breaking news. I think we're going to talk about Walt the Dreamer, the new statue that officially debuted today for Walt Disney's birthday. Happy birthday, Walt Disney. He's been gone for like 60 years. But today there's a new statue in the newly opened area of Epcot Dreamers Point as part of World Celebration. And the statue's there. And as we talked about, they kind of deviated from their original concept art and plans, and they put Walt on a large bench so that people could sit next to them. And apparently a lot of people want to do that. So this is the current line from Park Twister. I saw a report somewhere said it was like approximately a 60-minute wait at one point. I don't know if it's worth that.
So what is cool? First, obviously, probably so many of these people are annual pass holders. They're here to get their spot for Luminous tonight. They're just hanging out all day at Epcot. What's the big deal spending an hour in line? And also, let us not forget, today is Walt Disney's birthday. So to be able to get your picture at the brand new Dreamers Point next to Walt on his birthday, a younger doobie would have been there. You got to admit.
Well, as it turns out, he wasn't frozen. He was bronzed this entire time.
Just been waiting to be dug up, but he was always there. So yeah, pretty cool. It's going to be a fun day at Epcot. Partners Dreamers Point debuted, as I just mentioned, tonight at 9:30 p.m. Epcot time. They will be debuting their new nighttime spectacular, Luminous, the Symphony of Us. No soft openings here, so a lot of times
no soft openings, and we've had so little information about this show. Like it's kind of refreshing, honestly. But they put like a little behind the scenes video out a couple days ago, but that other than that, like we've only had like maybe 2 pieces of concept art. They've really kept this we'll find out whether or not there was reason for that. I want to believe that it's because they really just want to surprise everybody, and not that they were behind or something.
Yeah, it's unusual to have no soft openings, no cast showings, no media showings. As far as we know, the public, obviously I'm sure executives, but the public in no way has seen this show. There are no videos on YouTube as of yet. So this is a real debut with everybody all at once. And that's kind of exciting.
People peering in from the Epcot area hotels, I think.
Right. I mean, that's the best we've gotten. So pretty rare, pretty exciting tonight at 9:30. Thank you, Buffer. Tonight at 9:30 Eastern time. The whole world will get to see it. We're going to be live streaming it here on Laughing Place, so please like, subscribe, ring that bell. You'll know when we do. I think we'll probably go on about 9:15.
We go on.
So obviously we're not going to be the only ones. My estimate is probably at least 50 live streams of this thing going on tonight. So if you don't like the quality you're getting one place, try another. There will be many choices, but we're going to do our best to bring it to you about 9:15. And we're also going to have someone there. We're going to have 2 people there. So someone else will be getting a nice high quality video that will get uploaded immediately after. So we will, we'll be covering Luminous as best we can. I know there's merchandise there, all kinds of stuff. So we've got people at Epcot today covering everything Luminous, the Symphony of Us. They got to get. They really are intent on getting that us in there. They didn't get it with Harmonious. They're going to try it with Luminous. We'll see how that works out. And yes, Gio, thank you. Check our stream first, please. But if it's not quality, go to something better. We won't blame you. We won't blame you one bit. Knowing Gio's going to have about 50 windows open watching them all at once because that's how Gio rolls. All right, so Epcot is the place to be. Happy birthday, Walt Disney. A little bit early for this day in history, but Walt Disney born 1901. And
I would have gotten that one. Mark down.
On this day in 1901, someone was born very instrumental to the Walt Disney Company. Walt Disney. All right, what else we got here? This went under my radar, paying attention to all the Disneyland news, but we actually got a new restaurant yesterday, Kyle.
Yeah, so Eat, not announced all that long ago, already open at Disney Springs at Walt Disney World. It's modern Indian food and looks delicious from there.
I'm a huge Indian food fan, so I'm a big fan of Eat. So this is quick service or no?
I haven't actually looked. I assumed it was table service. I think it's table service, but it does look a little bit more casual than I might have expected, which I guess could help with how they're able to turn it around so quickly.
So yeah, I'm not sure. Now I'm mad. I'm not sure. If someone out there knows for sure, it's taking over the old Wolfgang Puck Express, which was a quick service place.
Right. Didn't even think about. Well, you know what we can do? It should be on the Disney World site now.
That's a good point. So you can find that out. Someone can find that out.
I will find that out while we move on.
So if you don't know where it is, Wolfgang Express was in the way back corner of the marketplace side, right next to right next to the Christmas shop. So way back over there. I used to eat a Wolfgang Express there all the time. Closed a while ago, and now it will be Eat, or it is Eat, which I love Indian food. My son loves naan, so I am kind of excited about this place. I'm not, Earl Sandwich is huge over there for Eats. I'm not. I'm being a vegetarian. I'm not the hugest Earl Sandwich fan, so this is kind of exciting to me. I like to eat.
It's got a $1 sign, but it doesn't really.
It better be quick service with a $1 sign. That's kind of scary. Who knows? Mac, are you out there? You work right over there. Who can tell us if Eat is quick service or not? I'm very mad.
There's a walking taco, so I have to imagine that it's counter service.
Yeah, Wolfgang Puck was you make your order, you go have a seat, they bring you your food. So I'm guessing this is too. Ooh,
that's so funny because I never would have thought otherwise until I just saw that little video. I was like, oh, that doesn't necessarily look like a table service restaurant.
Okay, thank you, Gio. We have a final answer. That's quick service on the app. Gio, would you say Gio is the highest ranking unofficial laughing placer? Like doesn't actually work for us, but we kind of treat him like he does.
I mean, I think he's edged out Nick Morgan for that title. Yeah.
Yeah, Nick does do a lot of quizzes, but that's it. He doesn't. Gio's here day in and day out.
He's been having a little bit of a comeback, but he took several months out.
You know what? He got that judge job, and he thought he was above it, and he realized he needed us more than we needed him. All right, let us go to Japan.
Judging Judgerson. He's like, wait a minute, I've been judging people all my life. Maybe I should get paid for it.
All right, Universal Studios Japan, a place my son really hopes to visit someday, put out a fun tweet yesterday.
Yeah.
I can use that before the copyright. So what are we looking at, Kyle?
Donkey Kong Country. Yay. We already knew this was coming, but this is kind of like a little teaser, some more details about it. And yeah, so they're expanding their Nintendo world. So you have the Mario section. Now you're going to have Donkey Kong Country, which sounds amazing. Because of course it does.
Does it sound amazing to you?
I think it's going to look awesome. Like did you see that Donkey Kong waterfall? That's very cool.
Have you been to there since they've opened their stuff? No.
I haven't been to Tokyo. I haven't been to Universal in Japan.
At all?
It's not in Tokyo, so it's not like you can just go from, do both while you're there. You have to go to another part of Japan.
How far apart is it?
I have no idea.
Okay.
I've only ever been to Tokyo. I've never taken. Every time I go, I think, oh, I should be taking a train to another part of this country, and I don't. So
Okay.
just like every time I'm in Disneyland Paris, I'm like, I could be like 3 countries away within 3 hours. Maybe I should do that, and I don't.
Do you at least go to Paris, the city?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my biggest tip for anyone who's going to go to all the Disney parks in the world, is to make sure you also leave yourself time to go see the cities that those places are in. We didn't get to do that with Shanghai, and it's one of my biggest regrets, because I don't know if I'm going to get back there. Kyle. So I wish I would have done that.
I have good news, Kyle. You work for Laughing Place. There's an excellent chance you'll get back there.
Yeah.
We're going to Paris, Disneyland Paris, for the first time next year. And it is very important to me, if only for a day trip, to take a double-decker bus tour. Very important to me that we get to Paris.
Yeah, I mean, it's actually easy to get to from Disneyland Paris. It's probably about, depending on where you're going in the city, about a 40-minute train ride. And as I discovered the last time we were there, they actually lowered the train ticket, so it's only €5 per person to get into the city. Yeah,
that's like, I can't take a BART to Concord for that price. That's crazy.
Yeah, €5 will get you into the heart of Paris, and then from there you can you get like one transfer to the metro, but then yeah,
you're on your own. Riding. I've been to Paris. I've been on the metro. Cool place. But it was 40 years, like 35 years ago. Epic Universe opening in Florida, not too long from now. Did they give us a year for that at least? Epic Universe.
I'm sure they did, and then they delayed it, and then probably next year, 2025.
Gio said we can expect Donkey Kong there, and yes, Paris, right next to Australia. You can recognize it by the Eiffel Tower. In other non-Disney theme park news, Peppa Pig Park, coming to Texas, which we knew was happening, has revealed their attractions. So let's take a quick look at those. If you've seen Peppa Pig Park in Florida, not too far from Disney World, over by Legoland, you've seen some of these attractions before, so no big shock, but still always exciting. Is this in Frisco as well?
I don't believe so. It probably says somewhere in the article, I would hope.
Because Texas is getting a theme park in Frisco, Universal Kids, and they announced their name and some of their
Dallas, Fort Worth.
A few days ago. Dallas, how far from Dallas to Frisco, not San Francisco? How far from Dallas to Frisco, Texas? It is only a half hour apart. So I feel like this part of Texas is now the kids theme park capital of the world. That's pretty cool. You can go to Peppa Pig Park and Universal Kids all in the same day. And yes, thank you, Gio, very much. The unofficial, official. What else we got? Let's go to Jodie Benson. Are you a fan of Jodie Benson, Kyle?
I mean, who isn't?
Exactly. She is the voice of Ariel herself in the 1989 classic. She is a Disney legend. She is loved by Disney fans at a lot of events and such, and she is still working. So if you'd like to see Jodie Benson do what she actually does, sing and act in a musical, you can go check her out at the Encore Performing Arts, or Encore Performing Arts presents Hello Dolly at the Dr. Phillips Center in Orlando, June 21st and 22nd. If we get an opportunity to do that, I would love to do that. Hello Dolly's pretty cool musical, and to see Jodie Benson perform like actually in person would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
So, if Benji's looking and he's looking for anyone to cover this, I'll put my hand up for this one. Let's see what else. What's on your mind, Kyle? I'm doing a lot of talking today. Let me take a break and let you just give me what's on your mind.
Oh, well, what was on my mind as soon as you asked before that, I was wondering, there's another thing you wanted to cover. And do we talk about the fact that Die Hard is coming to the El Capitan?
It is. Oh, man. So Die Hard, one day only at the El Capitan. When was the last time a rated R movie played at the El Capitan, I wonder?
So they've done something fairly recently, but before that, I wondered the same thing. First public R-rated movie. They might have done like I don't remember, but I remember it being like, oh wait, hey, weird, they're showing a R-rated movie publicly at El Capitan.
Yeah. So this is coming December 15th, which is a week from Friday, September 7:30 p.m. I would most definitely be covering this for Laughing Place if I did not already have plans on Friday, December 15th, because this is my all-time favorite movie. I've seen it in theater a ton of times, but never at Christmas time because it was released in the summer, even though it is the greatest Christmas movie of all time. I would love to see it at the El Cap. Tickets are $20 for all ages. It is rated R. Keep that in mind. You can purchase your seats at elcapitantheater.com. And what better way to get in the Christmas spirit than by watching Die Hard at the El Capitan?
I'm sad that you can't go because originally you invited me out for this. You're like, come out to the coast, we'll get together, have a few laughs.
So if I did go to that, you know this movie well, I presume. If I went to that for this occasion, when I stepped off the plane, I would take off my shoes and make fists with my toes.
I thought you were going to say that you dress like Alan, but you know.
Fists with your toes. I would go, California. So many great moments in that movie. Man, and if I got an Uber and my driver was named Argyle, I would have a heart attack on the spot.
They should also show, well, it will be. It's going to be back. You can, if you can't go to the El Capitan, it's going to be playing at theaters nationwide. You can go see it at Century City in the shadow of Nakatomi Tower.
That would be cool. If you haven't seen Die Hard and you're of age and interested in R-rated movies, go see it. I will tell you, I keep saying R-rated. It's not like it's some horror. It's got tons of profanity. Tons of profanity. That is why it's R-rated. It also has one very quick topless scene. It lasts like less than a second. No other sexual situation. There you go. Die Hard is a great movie. So if you get a chance to see it on TV, you're not really going to be missing much at all. Even on TV, Die Hard is a great movie.
Motor scooter.
Is that what he says?
I don't know.
Because that's what I picture. Like, what's the famous line? Yippee-ki-yay, motor scooter. I totally picture that. Okay. Luke had the opportunity to interview. This seems up your alley, so I'll let you take this one.
Yeah, so he got to interview Iron Chef Morimoto from Morimoto Asia. And it's a really fun interview. They just talked about their current thing that they got going on. They're always having special events. Some of them are pricey and some of them are a little bit more accessible. But yeah, it's a really fun interview. He talks to Morimoto as well as a couple of, I don't know if they're the sous chefs or other people that he works with. But yeah, he just a huge personality and a lot of fun. So it's worth checking out just for that.
Yes, he also talked to the executive sous chef. I'll try it. Takeshi Ikeuchi and Chef Yuhi Fujinaga, who is director of culinary at Patina Restaurant Group.
That's the word you pronounce wrong. Go figure.
Culinary. Every time I know the word, but when so one of my faults, one of many, is no matter how well I know how to pronounce a word, when I see it, if I see a different type of pronunciation, I say the wrong pronunciation. The Angels used to have a player named Sean Figgins. I know his name is Sean Figgins, but he spelled his name Chone for some reason. So every time I saw it, he was Sean Figgins. As long as I didn't see it, I was okay.
Gamera? Rye?
Rye is just one where I've joked about it so much I've messed myself. It is Ray, right? Gamma or Gamora, I've actually forgotten which one is the right one now. Disney Dreamlight Valley, A Rift in Time expansion now available. Do you play this at all, Kyle?
Nope. And if you have to pay to do it, then I'm definitely not going to. What?
We need a seagull, like a seagull that's cheap or something that we can play in moments like that. Anyway, I think Gio plays Dreamlight Valley. I think he's talked about that in the past. So there's a new expansion pack available.
Is that like a little baby capybara?
What?
It looks like a capybara.
Oh, the little animal thingy.
Yeah.
Oh,
that she's pointing at.
Is this really the state? Dreamlight has come out of early access as well. Okay. I feel like that's a video game term I should know. Is this the state of video game graphics these days? This does not look that great to me.
Well, it's not a next gen. It's not trying to be GTA 6. It's, a mobile game or a computer game that's just kind of.
Nice to know our topics today have been Die Hard.
I don't care.
Die Hard and Grand Theft Auto have been our topics today. Family show here.
Well, did you see the trailer for GTA 6?
No. I mean, I watched
It exists.
GTA was the game that got me watching other people play games, which is not something I do much of, but I was so interested in the world that they created there, but I don't play video games really, that I sought out videos of it back before Twitch and before that became a big thing. It's looking crazy what they've created there, just insane. As someone who used to write video games like Pong, it is insane what happens now.
I have I have a Xbox 360, and the reason I bought it, there's two reasons. One, it's because GTA 4 looked like fun, and I wanted to play it. And the second reason was, it was the year that there was those Bush stimulus checks, so I got to look. And actually, I guess there's a third reason. The third reason being that I also worked part-time at a GameStop, and so I got a discount, and I was also able to buy a used system, and so it was very cheap.
Did that part-time work at GameStop include any stocks? Are you like super loaded now?
No, but can I tell you how stupid? So the reason that I worked there was because I knew the GM, because he worked with me at a theater, and their payroll system was such that they didn't want them to go over hours, but they also didn't want them to go under hours. So he would make a schedule and then just have bonus hours to give away, and it didn't matter when. So I got to write my own schedule and just go. I don't know anything about video games, but I can go alphabetize with the best of them, or scan your video games and tell you I can give you $5 for these 20 games. So yeah, that was something I did for a bit.
How did you guys decide what to offer? Like, how could you, just a lowly peon,
You
know
scan
how much
it.
to give?
You just scan the barcode, and the system tells you.
Okay, so you had no say in this whatsoever.
No. Which is nice, because otherwise you would look like a piece of poop.
All right, okay, so that's almost all I've got. I'm doing a quick check of Twitter is what I'm doing over here. Thank you, Disney, for at least posting some on Twitter.
Yeah, it makes it like, yeah, we need to invent like a tweet deck for Instagram or something, so that I don't have to just go to 10 different tabs and refresh. Like having a list
even so,
on Twitter makes things much easier.
But people don't use Instagram in the same way. I mean, tweets can come fast and furious. Instagram, so you're not going to put as much stuff on there.
Yeah.
Get back to Twitter. Maybe Threads, but
Well, then make a thread.
It's so young. It's so young. It doesn't have all the tools. Yeah, it barely works. Get off my lawn. All right, here we go, Kyle. So these are a little bit different. There's really only one I'm going to have you guess. The others we'll just kind of discuss. On this day in 1901, someone was born.
Walt Disney.
What is your favorite aspect of Walt Disney? Or your favorite fact? Something that just goes, that's Walt Disney.
Huh. I don't know. I guess I mean, it's got to be the Disneyland story, right? Like just being like, I'm gonna do that. And I do think that the other thing about it is, we give people grief about the misquotings and things like, oh, Walt never said that. It's like, well, I bet you most of the things that we think are like fact about Walt Disney's story, it's all just storytelling. Like, do I really think that he was sitting there eating peanuts at Griffith Park when he thought of the idea for Disneyland? Like, yeah, maybe a part of that is true, but I think that's probably overplayed. Or like the dreaming tree is probably overblown, and all sorts of other things. Like, he is a storyteller. He knows how to market. It shouldn't be kind of like how. Never mind. I'm not going to segue there.
Are you going to tell me that eBay wasn't really created because he wanted to sell Pez dispensers?
I don't know. Or you know how YouTube was created, right?
How?
They didn't have a place to watch the Janet Jackson thing after the Super Bowl. They're like, how this is the biggest story in the world. How do we not have a place to see it if we missed it? And so they invented YouTube.
I hadn't heard that story. So Kyle today, once again. Thanks to you. I actually thought of it before that, but you are absolutely right. My favorite Walt Disney thing, he once said, you can't top pigs with pigs, and then went on to release 2 sequels to The 3 Little Pigs. Walt Disney was not a slave to principle. He knew how to make money. All right. On this
Did
day,
Walt say that, or did somebody else? Was that an Imagineer?
Walt Disney, this was long before Imagineering, Walt Disney said he can't top pigs with pigs. When people asked him for to do a sequel to The Three Little Pigs.
Gotcha.
Way back when. Okay. At least the story goes. Who knows if he actually said it. Wow. Normally I wouldn't entertain a comment like this, but I will answer this. I am drinking right here some, what is this?
Gatorade
Crystal Light. It's Gatorade Zero is the same, but I just use that as a container. It is water with powdered orange Crystal Light in it. And this is pretty much all I drink. I do not drink alcohol. And I don't think you were asking me if I do. You were just asking me if I'm drinking. Yes, I am. Kyle, what is the seagull for?
Oh, there was a term coined by your wife for someone who just poops all over everything. I think it was originally described for Benji, right?
I don't recall, to be honest.
I think it was Benji. She called him.
Seems very likely. Seems very likely. So some great news comes out and someone just poos all over it. And we call that a seagull moment. And my wife actually created this. There you go. Okay. On this day in 2003, a few days ago, we talked about how the domain was registered. Today, the website actually launched on Walt's birthday. It's the Save Disney campaign started by Roy E. Disney and Stanley Gold to try to save Disney from what they thought was happening to the company under Michael Eisner. Eventually, Michael Eisner did resign. Was it partially due to Save Disney? Probably. Replaced by Bob Iger. And that campaign started on this day in 2003, 20 years ago. So some could say that Roy E. Disney saved this company twice because he was also the man that brought in Michael Eisner back in the 80s and saved the company from probably being sold and totally split up. Perhaps Roy Disney is the second most important person in the history of this company after Walt himself, perhaps. May not be an overstatement.
Maybe Nelson Peltz will buy that domain. And,
Yeah, I had a story on here about Blackwell and Nelson Peltz, and I just decided to skip it. On this day in 2012, I made one of the greatest regrets in my life. Picture it, Magic Kingdom, 2012. Media event for the new Fantasyland. The party, the land actually opens the next day. The land actually opens the next day, but the previous night they had a party for the media, which they often do. You get to ride some of the rides. Sometimes there's some presentations, a lot of good food. I don't remember exactly what I was doing at the time. I think I may have been inside the Village House grabbing some food or something. But during that instant, the thing happened that we heard might happen. A dragon actually flew over Fantasyland. Like from a distance, it looked like a dragon flying over Fantasyland. One time only. You thought, oh, they're not going to do this one time only. They're going to bring it back. It's going to somehow get in some of the entertainment or something. Nope. The only time it ever occurred, I was in the place. I was there for it, and I did not see it.
Hear the blitz. Aw, man.
So big regret, but my wife saw it. I'm happy for her. I can't remember. Was Gideon? No, Gideon couldn't have been there. Okay, this one
would have been 3, right?
Yeah, in some of those parties, bring your family. Some aren't. I feel like he was, but I'm not sure.
But he's been too young to remember.
Right, that's a good point. Okay, yes, I was in the place where it happened, but I want to be in the place where it happened. And I want to look in the right place. On this day in 2019, oh, thank you. Thank you very much. And what's even worse is there's no good video of this. We have like a really poor video, so you can see enough to know that I missed something cool, but you can't really see how cool it is. On this day in 2019, an attraction opened at Disney's Hollywood Studios.
In 2019?
Yeah, not too long ago.
December. Oh, so wait, was that Rise?
Yes, Ride of Resistance opened on this day in 2019. Best attraction? Period?
Yeah. Best, sure, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, when it all works, that's the key. I don't think I've ever had a perfect ride because the first time I ever went on it was like later, and the canon things weren't. It didn't hinder it, but I'm just saying, like, there have been times.
It matters.
Also, once when we did our Galactic Star Cruiser adventure, and we got the fast pass, they the main things were like we went straight into walked in like a back door into the room with all the stormtroopers. I'm like, oh, that's unfortunate.
Okay, I think that's all we've got for today. By the way, yes, it is the greatest attraction ever created. Not my favorite, but definitely the greatest.
Yeah, that's what I meant. I didn't mean to be a seagull about it. I'm just saying, like, yeah, I think it's the best, but obviously everyone's going to have a preference for.
Don't sit it out, Gio. What do you? Not your favorite. Not your favorite. Favorites. People Mover's my favorite. Come on, but
yeah,
the greatest attraction ever created, Gio. I'm waiting. Don't stay out of it. Get an answer in here. While you work on that, I will tell you guys that at 4 p.m. today, these are all Pacific times, at 3 hours if you're on the East Coast, adjust accordingly in the middle of the country. At 4 p.m. Pacific time, we have Barely Necessities, the Disney merchandise show that is starring our wives. In these very positions, we will be replaced by our wives, Becca and Rebecca. At probably going live at 6:15 p.m. for a 6:30 showing of Luminous, tonight live from Epcot. And then an hour after that, at 7:30 p.m., we have Disney Trivia Live, starring myself and my son, our last unsupervised show. So come check that out. And we will not have a show on Saturday, so definitely check out tonight's show. And I don't see any other news. I really would like Gio to tell me what he thinks is the greatest attraction ever created, but he's taking a while to type. So
he's got a lot of thoughts.
No time for a lot of thoughts, Gio. All right. With that, we will, if he comes in before I hit end stream, no, fine. He says it's okay. Never mind. I don't care about your opinion now. Thanks for joining us. We'll be back tomorrow. I'll be back tonight. And have a great day. What I try to find every day at this time.